I would highly suggest you limit your social media time, okay? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Victoria. I love making content about things that genuinely bring me joy. So if you are interested in anything beauty, style, and wellness, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Today we're going to talk a little bit about how to build and maintain your self-confidence. And we're going to do this while I do my nighttime skincare, because I did get asked a few questions about my skincare routine. So I'm going to go ahead and show that for you all as well. If you're already enjoying this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And let me know down in the comments what other videos you'd like to see from me here on this channel. Alright, now that we got that out the way, let's go ahead and get started. You're back, and I like to use these thingies because I really don't like water getting where it should not be, okay? But in terms of confidence, the first thing I want to bring up is what self-confidence really is. And I think it's essential that whenever you're trying to implement certain aspects in your life, certain adjectives about yourself, that you really get a sense of what the word truly means, because the words that we choose to use are very important, and it's essential that you're not using the wrong words. So I want you to understand what confidence is, and I'm going to start by giving you the textbook definition of confidence. Confidence is the feeling or belief that you can rely on someone or something. It's also the state of feeling certain about the truth of something. So in essence, self-confidence is feeling self-assured. And with that in mind, there are ways that you can build that assurance and that certainty of yourself. And truly what it boils down to is recognizing what makes you happy, what brings you joy, and doing those things to the point where you feel that you can rely on yourself to make yourself happy. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to explain a little bit further, but before I do, I'm going to go ahead and start washing my face. My morning and skincare routine are pretty much exactly the same, minus one product. I do wash my face with the kojic acid soap. I found that this has been really good for getting rid of both my acne and my hyperpigmentation. And you'll notice that I still have some dark spots to work on my face. They are slowly going away, but again, my skin has come a long way, so this little orange bar of soap does an amazing job. So like I mentioned, in order to build your self-confidence, you basically have to build your self-assurance or your certainty within yourself. And the best way to do that is to practice doing things that bring you joy so that you can rely on yourself to create and find your own happiness. And these do not have to be big things. They can be little things. I would say do little things that make you feel confident in yourself. And some of those things could be like putting on a little bit of makeup. I know not everyone is into makeup, but if it makes you feel confident, then do it. Wearing your hair a certain way, if it makes you feel good about yourself, then do it. You know, wearing a nice perfume or cologne, wearing a really nice shoe or a nice outfit. If it's something that makes you feel confident, then do it, because the more you feel confident, the more you'll be confident. And I look crazy. I always look crazy with the soap on my face. Also, do things that you're good at. If there's something that you know that you for sure are really good at, then you should do it, and you should do it very often. For example, if you're a good singer and you know you're a good singer, bitch, sing. Okay? You don't need an audience to fucking sing. If you do really good at makeup and you know that your makeup is on point, do your makeup. Okay? If you're a really good drawer or artist or whatever it is that you're good at, I suggest that you do it, and you do it often. Okay? Get used to seeing yourself do things well. And also do things that you enjoy. That also goes back to doing things that make you feel confident. Do things that you enjoy, that genuinely bring you joy, or do things that you think could bring you joy. Like, let's say you've always wanted to be a figure skater, but you never actually tried. Maybe you should. Maybe you should go to your local ice rink, put on some ice skates and try it and see. It will really boost your confidence to just go out there and do something that you just in your mind and heart knew would be enjoyable, and you did it and it turned out that it was. Because once you start to do the things that make you happy, that bring you joy, then you can rely on yourself to find and create your own happiness. You don't have to sit and wonder, where is my happiness going to come from? Where is my joy going to come from? Because you already know, because you already have that experience. I made notes and everything, but I can't really see them because I don't have my glasses off. So bear with me if it sounds like I'm repeating myself. I am literally like blind without my glasses. But on the note of doing things that bring you confidence, I think it's important to get in the habit of showing up for yourself. Once you figure out the things that really bring you joy and you start to build that track of just doing what makes you happy, you also have to make the effort to show up for yourself. You have to make the effort to be consistent with making yourself happy and doing the things that bring you joy, and not just doing them every now and then. Not just doing them when you feel down. Not just, waiting until your cup is empty to try and refill. You have to get into the habit of showing up for yourself. And let me lead by example and just say to y'all that I have had quite the shitty day today. And honestly, I did not want to sit here and be washing my face. I literally wanted to just go to bed. But I was like, no, I'm going to show up for myself today. I'm going to go do the skincare, wash my ass, make this video, be productive. But I'm here, I'm showing up for myself, and already I feel so much better. So yeah, let me be the example. So when I say show up for yourself, show up for yourself, okay? Because if you don't do it, who gonna do it, right? It's up to you to show up for yourself, to make that effort, to put in that effort to make yourself happy and be consistent with it. Also, get into the habit of affirming yourself. And I know a lot of apps and blogs or whatever out there will tell you to say your affirmations every day. But no, really, say your affirmations every day. Hear yourself, compliment yourself, listen to your own voice. Be loving and affectionate to you. Do it while you're looking in the mirror and say your name. Say your name. It's important that you acknowledge yourself and really connect, okay? Not just, just kind of mumbling it. No, really be like, Victoria, I love you, girl. Yes. And there was an exercise that I used to do. It's from this master class that I took. I don't remember it 100%, but I do know that it was very effective in building my own relationship with myself. It's an I forgive and I appreciate exercise. So basically what you'll do is you'll look yourself dead in the eyes in the mirror and you say your name, Victoria, and then you say statements that start with I'm proud of you for, I forgive you for, and I commit to you. So that's an exercise I did for about a week. And we can go into that in another video, but that was along the lines of me just learning to love, forgive, and appreciate myself, for all the things that I've been through. But bitch, like I said, affirm yourself and use your voice when you do it. Really speak to yourself and acknowledge yourself. Victoria, I love you. Victoria, I'm proud of you. Victoria, I forgive you for the mistakes and whatnot. Victoria, I commit to you. I always exfoliate my lips with a real fast rag. I know there's a lot of lip scrubs out there, but this is the best method for me. But yeah, don't just read the affirmations. Don't just listen to the affirmations. Actually use your voice and speak to yourself. Affirm yourself, okay? Get into the habit of hearing it, and not hearing it from other people, but hearing it from yourself. So that way, again, you have built the assurance that you can rely on yourself to make yourself happy. You can rely on yourself to affirm you when you're down. You can rely on yourself to forgive you when other people won't. You know, so do that. Be vocal. All right. And the last thing I'll say that you should do in order to build your confidence is to, and I'm not really sure how to explain this. Hold on. First of all, let me get back to the skincare because I suck at multitasking. This is hydrogen peroxide. I know it is skeptical, but I use it. I use it kind of as a second cleanser, just to make sure that I got all the dirt off of my face. It doesn't do anything except for that, okay? It's not special. It's not some like special skincare home remedy or anything like that. And it's something I started doing during COVID, and I noticed that it worked really well, so I'm back to doing it again. But yeah, the other thing that you can do to build your confidence and your self-assurance and your self-see, look, I knew there was still some dirt on my face. But yeah, the other thing that you can do to build your self-confidence and your self-assurance is to figure out how you like to be appreciated and do things that way. Essentially, what you want to do is figure out your love languages, okay? If that's the best way to explain it, because I know that's become a very popular term. But you want to figure out in what ways can you make yourself happy, and not just by necessarily doing things or having things, but be very intentional in the way that you do things. For example, I am definitely the kind of person that, well, this goes back into what I just said before. I am definitely the kind of person that needs to be reaffirmed when it comes to love and commitment and all of those things in my relationships from anybody else, and most importantly with myself. And I used to always want that affirmation, that reassurance from other people. I always wanted to hear other people tell me how much they like me and enjoy me. I always wanted to hear other people tell me the things that they like about me. I always wanted to hear other people say that they love me and that they care about me, when in reality, what I really needed was to hear it from myself. I mean, it's one thing to feel it or to hear it from somebody else. What I really needed was to be able to sit down. Well, not even sit down. What I really needed was to be able to have the space and the time to be able to fully sit and be with myself and to vocally love and appreciate myself, because vocal assurance is something that is very near and dear to me. And so before I built my self-confidence, I would not feel good about myself unless I had that vocal reassurance from somebody else. Now I give it to myself, okay? Early in the morning or late at night, or like right now, I set some time aside, just me, myself, and I. Hold on. I'm using the Panoxyl, what's this thing? Clarifying exfoliant. I don't know if it exfoliates, but I use it because it has the salicylic acid, and that's been really good for clearing up my acne. I have not had a drop of acne since I started using this toner, okay? And if y'all want me to insert some like before photos, I'll let you know. Like, I have had acne since middle school, and I promise you, the moment I started using that stuff, I haven't had a single pimple since, like at all. Like, I don't even get period pimples anymore. But yeah, so like I was saying, figure out how you need to be loved and do it for yourself, okay? And I love when I use this because I always think my skin is clean, but there's always like some extra dirt left over whenever I use this Panoxyl stuff. So to sum up, basically the best way to build your self-confidence or your self-assurance is to do things that you love and enjoy. Figure out what those things are if you don't know what they are already. Be unapologetic about it. Be affirming for yourself and be vocal with your affirmations. Get used to doing what makes you happy and be committed to it, right? You need to be able to rely on yourself to make yourself happy, regardless of what else is going on in the world, okay? But yeah, and it's not something that will happen overnight. It's definitely the little things. It takes time because, again, you have to practice. You have to build that confidence. It's not going to happen because you did one thing. No, you have to do a series of little things. It's you learning to trust yourself and rely on yourself to make you happy, to do the things you like, and to bring yourself joy, okay? And trust is not something that is built overnight. It is built over time. So also give yourself grace, okay? Give yourself grace. I am using the viral snail mucin, okay? If you ain't got some, you need to go get some. This is the viral snail mucin. I got it off of Amazon. It is linked on my Amazon storefront. It's $17. If you don't have some, you need to go get some because this stuff it's magic in a bottle. When I tell you, it does everything for my skin that I didn't even know I needed. And it's also really great for the under eyes. But I'm not gonna sit here and go over all of the benefits for the snail mucin. You can go check it out on Amazon. There were like 15,000 reviews for this stuff. Maybe even more than that. I don't remember the exact number, but it was a lot, okay? If you don't want to take my word for it, you can take theirs. This is great stuff. But as I'm wrapping up, I want to give y'all a couple of tips for in the future, once you have built your self-confidence, how you can preserve it, okay? Because your self-confidence and your self-assurance, it is precious. And it is something that can be easily torn down. Using two more moisturizers. This is not a face moisturizer. Obviously, it's Olay. It's the body moisturizer, but it does great things for my face. So I use it on my face as well. Don't judge me, judge mama, okay? I'm just gonna do one pump of that. But the biggest thing you want to do once you build your self-confidence, in order to preserve it, I would highly suggest you limit your social media time, okay? If you don't do anything else, limit the amount of time you spend on social media. And I think Instagram specifically, because Instagram, they know what they be doing. But social media is detrimental to your self-confidence. It will have you comparing yourself to stuff that is not even real. So if you find that whenever you go on like your Instagram or your TikTok or whatever, you get off and you just feel like depleted or you feel worse about yourself, that means it's time to cut back, okay? It's time to dial it back a bit. And I can say that because it has happened to me so many times. And last year, I actually took a couple months off of social media, like completely, like I deleted the apps from my phone, and I noticed a huge difference in like just the way I felt about myself. It was crazy. And like, yeah, there are a lot of studies done on this, and this is not something new. We all know the role that social media plays and the way that we feel about ourselves. So don't ignore that. Take into account the way that it actually makes you feel. And if it is having an impact on your self-confidence and the way that you look at yourself, don't be afraid to take a step back. You can actually put like a timer. You can put a limit on how much time you spend on social media by going into your settings, and so it will like notify you whenever you're spending too much time on there and just go from there. But yeah, definitely dial it back for sure if it's becoming an issue, because social media is not that important. And two other things, these kind of go hand in hand. This last moisturizer I'm using is Panoxyl. Again, this is a PM moisturizer. It's supposed to be good for preventing acne, so it's the acne preventing moisturizer. It has niacinamide in it, that's why I like it. But yeah, the last two things that you can do to help preserve your self-confidence, they go hand in hand, so I'm going to put them together. You want to pray and you want to meditate. I feel like personally you shouldn't do one without the other. So pray for the strength to keep your confidence. Pray for the ability to, continue being confident in yourself. Pray for guidance and how to continue building it. And then meditate on that, meditate on those answers. To me, when I think of prayer and meditation, I can make a separate video for this if y'all want, let me know in the comments. But to me, when I think of prayer, I think I'm asking God for something, or I'm thanking God for something. So you could pray and thank God for the confidence and ask Him to continue to allow you to have it, or to continue to help you to build it. And then for me, meditation is seeking answers. Maybe not everybody's gonna believe the same thing, but I believe that when I pray, I'm speaking, and when I'm meditating, I'm listening. So when I meditate, I like to sit there and listen and be able to hear what God has for me to listen, basically. But yeah, I'm not gonna go too deep into that. I don't want to get too spiritual, which y'all ain't ready for. But yeah, pray and meditate. If you want to keep that confidence, it'll definitely help. And again, if you want an in-depth video on what I do for my prayers and meditations, just let me know. Alright, and the last thing I do for my skincare, because we cannot forget the lips. These are absolutely my favorite lip products ever from Victoria's Secret. They are $10 a piece, okay? In my opinion, that is not cheap. But I started using these like 2 years ago, and I've been obsessed. They're flavored. They are so moisturizing, and it has so many different colors and whatnot. It's literally the best lip gloss I have ever had. If you ever see me wearing a lip gloss, it's probably 9 times out of 10 a Victoria's Secret lip gloss. But yeah, that's it. That is my nighttime skincare. And during the day, what I'll do is the exact same thing. Literally the exact same thing, except at the end, instead of using the PM moisturizer from Pinoxyl, I use sunscreen, obviously, because it's during the day. And this is the Black Girl sunscreen, okay? Somebody put me onto this. I found it at Walgreens because I couldn't find it at Target. Target out here was busted. It was so ghetto. It was so unorganized and I couldn't find anything. And so I just went to the Walgreens by my house and they had it right there. But yeah, it's like $15. It's a really great sunscreen. It doesn't leave that white or purple cast like other sunscreens do. And it's not like super greasy. It's very moisturizing and whatnot. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope this was helpful for y'all. I hope and I pray that at the end of this video you took away some good notes and that you heard something that is going to help you on your journey in becoming your best self. And I cannot wait to hear from you guys and see what happens whenever y'all start to implement these practices, because I promise you they work. I do them myself. So yeah, and I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you enjoy this type of content, and if there's anything else you want to see from me, just let me know in the comment section below. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hop in the shower and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.